Imagine being born into chains, never knowing freedom, beaten when you spoke, silenced when you dreamed. And yet, from that darkness, a voice rose, a slave who would one day guide emperors. This is the story of Epictetus, the man who was never free, but taught the world what true freedom really means. Epictetus was born around 50 AD in the Roman Empire. Not into wealth, not into power, but into slavery. His owner? A powerful man named Epaphroditus, a high-ranking official under Emperor Nero, one of the most feared rulers in history. Young Epictetus wasn't just a servant, he was abused, physically and mentally. Some say his leg was twisted until he limped for life, and every day he woke up knowing he didn't own his body, but no one could ever own his mind. That belief, that quiet defiance, became the spark of something greater. Instead of being consumed by bitterness, Epictetus turned inward. He began to ask questions. Why do we suffer? Why do men destroy while others endure? What gives life meaning in the face of pain? Can a man who owns nothing still own his soul? His master, oddly enough, allowed him to study. And that's when he discovered philosophy. Not the luxury-filled ideas of the elite, but Stoicism. A brutal, beautiful school of thought that taught, life is pain, but peace is possible if you control your reaction. The outside world may break your bones, but it cannot break your will. One of his most famous quotes, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." It wasn't just philosophy, it was survival, a way to stay whole in a broken world. Eventually, Epictetus was freed, but he didn't chase money. He didn't seek revenge. He opened a small school in Greece and started teaching. He taught anyone who would listen how to become unbreakable, how to face death, betrayal, and loss, and still stand tall. To Epictetus, true power wasn't in wealth or armies. It was in mastering your mind. And people listened, even a Roman emperor. A century later, Marcus Aurelius, the most famous Stoic of all time, would read Epictetus's teachings. He would carry them into battle, into heartbreak, into the crumbling Roman Empire itself. His private journal, now called Meditations, is a love letter to Stoicism and to Epictetus. Today, we chase control, fame, money, comfort. But 2,000 years ago, a man with nothing whispered a truth that still echoes. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus never had a palace, but he built a kingdom in the mind. He was a slave, yet more free than most of us are today. So the next time you feel powerless, ask yourself, what can I control? What can I endure? What do I truly own? Can you let go of what you cannot change? Can you stay calm while the world screams around you? Maybe freedom has nothing to do with chains at all, because sometimes the most powerful stories come from the most broken beginnings.